Oh yeah. But before we get to that, man, let's go ahead and do what's been in y'all speakers this week, man. Who wanna go first?
Steve, you got it.
Jump in there first, man. So it's been interesting because I don't know what happened, but I got back into the habit of looking at music videos. I haven't looked at a music video in so long, and I just started going through a bunch of music videos. So I'm gonna have, my speakers had a little bit of music videos and then a little bit of what I had in my speakers. But man, kind of going through what I listened to for the week. Of course, because of the Versus battle, I got a lot of 2 Chainz and a lot of Ross. Definitely been listening to that new 2 Chainz. Man, what's it called?
Talking about Moneymaker.
Moneymaker, yes.
Yeah.
Can't believe I forgot the name. But listen to a lot of that Moneymaker, and then because of that, it made me go through and like listen to everything that had that sample. And if people don't know, the sample that's used in there is from the group called Guy. So I went back and listened to some. I listened to that Big Crit who sampled it. I listened to the Big Sean record who sampled it. K Camp sampled it.
Yep.
Tupac sampled it.
Yep.
And I just been on, and then I listened to the actual Guy album and the Guy record from it. So
you went through the whole DNA.
I went through the whole thing. I was so excited, man. That's just like one of my favorite samples. Is one of my favorite songs. So I was really into it. And then somehow I got into a West Coast artist. It's some old school, Sugar Free.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this album called Smell My Finger. Man. So I went through that a little bit and just had a good laugh. Listened to some Dope B. Went through one of Chattanooga artists named Tez D the Running Man. Y'all check out his albums, The North and Been Right Here. I also went through the Rap Life, the big compilation that they have on Apple Music, and just kind of went through all of that and just enjoyed all the music that was put out. Also that NLE Choppa, that new one that he dropped, and that Rod Wave, Pray For Me, the deluxe version.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man, then a lot of R&B. So yeah, my speakers have been packed. I listen to a lot of Schooling too. I listen to a lot of Schooling.
Schooling. What you think of that Rod Wave and that NLE Choppa?
Man, the NLE Choppa, man, I like it. I think it was pretty cool. A lot of hard beats, and just him kind of doing his thing. Nothing too special. Him just doing his thing, but I dig it. I don't know if it's one of my go-tos, but that Rod Wave, I really like him. He got a voice. I like the way he sings. You can really kind of hear that pain in his verses. I love Rod Wave. So man, I'm gonna keep going with him. And when he drops stuff, that's gonna be one of my go-tos.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Tommy, what you been listening to, man?
Man, this week, man, I ain't been listening to a lot, but of course, 2 Chainz. Bro, that new song, man, is just on point. That Joker, that's just tough. Rick Ross, Pan to the Cross is the new one that he dropped. That Joker dope. I started listening to Mystical. What else I have? Cardi B and the Meg Thee Stallion song WAP. The Baby, Blaming on the Baby. He released this deluxe album. So I listened to that. I checked that one out. Then Young Dolph had a song, Death Row. I checked that one out, man. That was dope. Trying to think. Doja Cat released the song Freak. It didn't do much for me, but I'm a fan of Doja Cat. And that's pretty much what I've been listening to this week. Mostly I've been watching movies, man. X-Men. Been on that kick lately, so.
Gotcha.
What about you, G? What you been listening to this week?
Man, I've been on some of everything this week. The last couple weeks that I talked to you, I'll be like, man, I ain't heard nothing, bro.
Yeah.
But this week it was just like a refresh or something. Because kind of like what you said, Steve, I watched a lot of music videos this week. I fell into a rabbit hole of a lot of women in hip hop.
Yeah.
So that's why I was sending back to the Slack. I was sending back like the one song from that girl Flo Milli called Weak. Yeah. So that one was pretty good. I heard some stuff from Mulatto. I heard that John with Gucci.
Yeah.
And I went
what you
down
think
her
about
little
that
rabbit hole. I like that song, bro. I like all of her stuff. I just like her voice, really.
Yeah. You know she was on that show with Jermaine Dupri. With the
Allison
rapper.
showed me that. Yeah, she showed me like her auditions and all of that. I ain't know nothing about this girl until this song recently. I listened to her. I can't remember the other lady's name, but it was another lady that I saw. It was this white lady from Dallas. It was a trip. She had a song with Saweetie, and the video was a trip. There was a bunch of fans and stuff. I'm like, first of all, you got all these fans. I ain't never even heard of you.
Right.
But it was huge. I was like, dang, this lady for real doing something in Dallas. I finally got a chance to get around to listening to that Lewis Street single, the little 2-pack from J. Cole. I really liked them. Yeah, that was really good. Also, I went back to, I've listened to, what's the dude's name? It's Amine. I listened to his new album.
Anime? Is that his name?
It's Amine.
It's Amine? I've been wanting to say anime too.
I still said it wrong.
Yeah, man. Because when I was looking at when you look at a new album, it'll have the story behind it and everything you can read if you open up the new album. And they had like the phonetic breakdown of his name. And so I was like, okay. It's Amine. Gotcha.
Yeah.
But I listened to his new album. Yeah, it's a new album. It's about, what is it, 14 tracks? Yeah, it's 14 tracks. It was decent. Okay. And then I listened to Logic's new album, which is about 15 tracks as well. That one was all right.
Yeah.
I always think of Logic as somebody who can really rap, but I don't always know if he got something to say all the time.
Yeah.
But then, of course, with the preparation for the Verzus, I listened to some older Rick Ross. I went back to like Teflon Don.
Yeah.
And I was listening to that. I was like, dang, this show was good. This show was tough. I didn't really get a chance to listen to a bunch of 2 Chainz before the Verzus actually happened.
Yeah.
But I also listened to the Pandemic project from Toby Nagway. That was pretty good too. Yeah. Because it's like the whole video pack with it. Yeah. So you can watch the whole thing on YouTube. So I watched that as well. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty much sums it up, other than the usual. I had to go ahead and bump The Summer from 3 6 Mafia. I had to go ahead and bump that song.
Yeah.
That's about it though.
I hear you.
But I was back on it this week. I wasn't just sitting around this junk with no music, listening to silence. So
I see.
It felt good.
I see.
Yeah.
Hey, did y'all hear anything this week, man?
Man, I honestly don't have any news this week.
What?
So I'm gonna throw the ball to y'all.
What? That is a surprise. Steve usually come with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might normally have something he can rifle off a couple of them right quick.
Right.
Yeah. Shoot, I don't got no news like that. So.
You don't either?
Other than, the stuff that we kind of already talked about, like they dropped the new single WAP. That's kind of been what's been dominating the news for me is that, and how people didn't feel so hot about Kylie Jenner being in the video.
Bro, I didn't understand.
I definitely agree. I'm like, what the hell is this lady doing in this video with a fucking feature?
Why was she here?
Yeah, it was a trip.
I think so. There's an interview that they did with Cardi and Nadeska on Beats One, and it was Cardi, and then it was the other girls that was in the video as well, and they're actually artists. So they did a whole interview with them. So the way I heard Cardi talking, she was just kind of like, I'm, with the women, and just trying to big up the women and such and such. That I think the whole point of Kylie being in the video was just to showcase another young woman that is doing major things out there. Because I think, if I'm correct, I think Kylie is like the youngest female billionaire, I want to say. So I think that was probably the point of it, just to showcase another woman. Other than that, there was really no purpose for her to be in there. But that's what I think it is. And I'm just kind of taking it from that interview that she had with Nadeska on Beats One. Yeah. So that's the only reason why I think she was there.
I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Hey, another funny
she had no business in that video, bro.
At all, bro. It like came out of nowhere. Like it like stopped the flow of the video and everything.
Yeah, because it was like really like It's probably like a really big special moment.
Right.
You're kind of like,
and then you like, who is it? For me, I was like, who is this? Didn't even know who she was, but that's just me.
now, if it was Beyonce,
Right.
Exactly. If it was somebody like Beyonce or anybody else, goddamn it, it could have been any other person.
But her.
And I would have been fine. Somebody who does music, damn it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Carol Baskins said something about this video too.
What did she say?
She was talking about the Tigers. I was like, man, she can't say anything about the Tigers because she's like, for me, I don't see what she is doing is different from what everybody else in that documentary was doing. So it's like,
yeah.
Man,
like, what is she talking about?
She's just trying to get back out there. Get some.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Other than that,
Carol
Baskin.
Man.
Right. Oh, another thing I looked at. I'm sorry, Greg, man. Was that that's all you had?
That was it, man. That was, like I said, I ain't have any news other than that.
Yeah.
But carry on, man.
Oh, okay. Man,
I was
Jimi Hendrix.
In on Carol Baskin.
Right. Jimi Hendrix guitar has sold at an auction for $216,000.
Wow.
That's a collector's item, bro.
I'll be honest, I would have felt like it would have went for a little more.
It probably could have. Probably should have. And then Beyonce album entered the top 10. The Lion King, The Gift, after Black is King was released. So I think that's very noteworthy because this album is a year old. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so that's the news, I guess.